your latest legislative news impacting corn farmers across the Midwest. Here is this week's Legislative Lowdown.
Hello, and we are back for a busy spring with another Legislative Lowdown episode. In Springfield, the Illinois House and Senate are back in session for the second week following Easter recess. Your team at Illinois Corn is already at the table on many topics impacting our farmers. This includes tracking bills on wetlands, low-carbon fuel standards, carbon capture and sequestration, and estate taxes. House bills will continue to move in Springfield with the lower chamber's third reading deadline next Friday. Be sure to stay tuned to Illinois Corn's updates over the next month as we cover Springfield before its adjournment on May 24th. Well, they finally did it. At the end of March, after numerous extensions and negotiations, the federal government passed its funding for 2024. But the House, Senate, and President Biden will have their hands full addressing the 2025 budget before the new fiscal year begins on October 1st. Federally, more electric cars on the road and less corn in the fuel tank was a decision made by the Environmental Protection Agency in their recent emissions rule. The mandate released at the end of March requires by 2032, 56% of light-duty cars be electric and 13% be hybrid electric vehicles. Krista Swanson is the lead economist for the National Corn Growers Association, and she says the rule will create an annual loss of more than 1 billion bushels of corn demand by 2041. Swanson says that's nearly 1/4 of the expected corn that will be used for ethanol blends in E10 and E15 this year. Input costs are always at the top of mind for farmers, but especially during planting season. The International Trade Commission is evaluating right now whether to place tariffs on the imported herbicide 2,4-D. Harold Woolley is the president of the National Corn Growers Association. He testified last week before the agency, warning tariffs would decrease supply and raise costs for producers. In the next 45 days, the ITC will determine whether they believe the imports are hurting the U.S. industry. For Illinois Corn, this is your Legislative Lowdown.